Hi, Gerhard Bloom, looking into tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. So this is more delusion, leftist nonsense. This time it's the mayor of Chicago to confront the problem of food inequity and food deserts in certain areas of the city, yes, predominantly black areas of the city. The city is proposing to provide city-owned grocery stores, right? Partnering up with a nonprofit to provide grocery stores. Now, I am deeply sympathetic to the problem of food deserts, right? This is where a little old lady has to hop 2 or 3 buses to get groceries to bring home because all of the grocery stores have dried up and blown away. The problem here is they're not looking at the root causes, right? You know, aren't the leftists always perpetually looking for root causes? The root cause of these food deserts is crime, violent crime, serious violent crime. So, since opening up its stores, Walmart hadn't been able to turn a profit. Losses, right? Losses. You can imagine what that means. It means shit is getting stolen off the shelves. So 4 Walmarts have closed from the south and west sides of Chicago. 2 Target stores, good, you know, poisonous leftist nonsense, but nonetheless, it provided goods at a reasonable price, including tuck-friendly underwear for your transgender daughter. It's going to hide his junk. But anyways, I digress. No, this is violent crime, serious violent crime. Those areas, the south and west, poverty, drugs, economic underinvestment, high rates of homicide. So you wonder why these grocery stores move? I just mentioned it, right? The high levels of violent crime, theft. I've spoken about this in a previous video. You know, there was all sorts of animosity to the Korean grocery stores in LA during the LA riots, horrible persecution against those Koreans running a grocery store. Yes, these grocery stores had higher prices. And Thomas Sowell crunched the numbers. They had higher prices because the costs of working and operating in the inner city were much, much higher. Walmart operates on an economy of scale that some little grocery store can't operate under, right? And insurance costs, right? You know, after all these grocery stores are burnt down in rioting and looting, insurance companies charge you a premium if you want to open up a grocery store in the inner city. And same if you're a large corporation, Walmart, you want to open up a shop in the inner city, it's going to cost you in higher insurance costs. At any rate, the violent crime, this is what's causing it, and the loss. I mentioned this before in another context. Poverty doesn't cause violence. It does not cause violence. Violence and violent crime causes poverty. You know that underinvestment? That causes poverty in part, right? There's no jobs in the vicinity, right? Businesses that can move, do move. So yeah, poverty did not cause crime. Crime causes poverty. People aren't going to invest. How dangerous are these areas of Chicago? The north area of Chicago, the violent crime rate, homicide rate is rather benign, right? It is relatively safe. The north and south sides of Chicago, shockingly high rates of violent crime. If these areas were considered their own municipality, right? If they were a city, they would have homicide rates equal to some of the most violent cities in the world. No, this mayor does not need to be thinking about government-owned and run grocery stores. He needs to get a grip on that violent crime. And soft DAs are letting violent thugs out on the street. They need to be replaced. The police need to get there and start arresting gun-toting, drug-dealing thugs who are perpetrating crime. Anyways, more leftist nonsense. That's all I got. Thank you so much for your time and attention. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop a thumbs up. And yes, check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. It's available on Amazon. Not important because I wrote it. I wrote it because the issues could not be more important. Thank you so much now for your time and attention. Bye-bye.